Assalamu alaikum. Let's talk about politics. Ngalbi kontom mumutuna kontom bunyari wala. Ka kontom roflo na formula admitimo Omar Baro aning admitimo B. Na formula alfal B kontom. Kabon koto ke demba konta kata brother Tafa. Alaj Fofana Kara Yakub Wol. Casey Wol ngal B kontom fula manso mbari musul mini bebe formula kono jang. Sister Yamuol aning diamlal mini baby jandana ka ngamin tofu mamin tofu no kontrol balbe aketa famandingo ti mang audio bondi since last week na audio do kenung about UDP la executive for my take on that. Ngam fungu sasiko kabo wola meterla sa kadiamu generally Gambian citizenry generally occasionally the topic abe organizational mala milibuko political organizations udum nimi interest in a political organization, so be it. Is meant for that. Nimi interest Mima interest political organization the interest kumulto anite la nyatuta, you don't need to listen because meaningful woman takela individual kulti. I don't speak on individual matters. Minikana kacha lamai for the longest time. Anything has to do with individual issue, be it immoral act, be it individual corruption, be it individual selfishness. I generally don't speak of them because they are so minor to the broader picture of making Gambia a better place. The challenge is to lay a foundation to build a better Gambia. In that foundation, individual or greed or a mistake or a immoral act adoyata jebakele wala nambika kacha. So untela kacha citizenry, individual citizenry who would cast their vote, who would be tasked to choose mediamla wole, and organizations, political organization. Gontela limitation of danta world. Ntela know how asiata warta adanta nyinkuo damaleto politik patil ni moli minika politik patil tomboy ka kartel faye ani ka maralo ka nyami say e ka silolo nyami mallondi soto woto e ka mo opere nyami mallondi soto woto e ka alquranu fasar nyami mallondi soto woto e ka benekino tabi nyami mallondi soto woto. You see, e ka fanta de da nyami mallondi soto woto isa wol kontile fo fano ke mallondi soto eto wala nambika diamu ito woto ko ngamin fo individual Gambian citizenry wala hatisai aning political organizations. So B nata puruka kacha kula min yalonko amantara nawo topiko kono ngamin prepare wala na ibaje mbe bantale tenting me training la outside so mang any papers in front of me da mi nga not topico normally in kawleke nga not topico safe lafta diamula la nyami so that asita orderly But this time around, it cannot be because mantra suokono, man topico safe lafta diamula la nyaming, topico mimbe caring, lafta diamula wala. Wala na nga safe na headline uto being ko. Protest in democratic society. Protects in democratic society. Right to protest. Right to protest is entrenched clause in fundamental rights. Protest in democratic society. Nyanto puriye protest. Amu entrenched closely in fundamental rights universally. Dunia bacon. Dunia bacon. It a constitution jibe dunia kono. Iba yela right to protest. Abekela closely mi alonko is entrenched. Closely mi alonko. Simple majority in any national assembly abika a altano abika a bondino because ikake fundamental rights wala kono wo fueta referendum la bankol dolto for general election fulaike janni ba malano ika city wala nyamay ika protect wala nyama ni aje lafte kacala nyinna ba on tolla moli tolman londi soto lualto e mal londi soto nyantolto nin Gambia dingo ya pronounce daw da proclamation o ke ko abe protest la nying faham balo londin tangol albah yumoli e kamina fo alkana fitini bondul la bankuta kerin dunia mimbe entrenched clause o kele la constitution o kono mimbe kela fitini bondoti wala na bi nata pour que ñim bondi ye ñoto e shalom doli yalo ne wolbe tawla yalla bar hadama dingol mini sondo moli fatofa ni woli yalla moy e sa nafaso to je shalom ko yara fang e ka ñim min fo ko protest bo fitinolti fan yalon ko nga fo ñami ntebe any decision tala nka qualify le nka na argument for le why do ni keta mo hakili situngoti isa fo no bar jamme New York protest iko betiat but coalition for progressive Gambia protest iko mam betia nam wolom to nyaati bari nga dalilol le fo dalilol jibe nga dalilol min fo ni wo dalilol man sufficient fe then isa lon ko ini mantra kukiling is as simple as that mbe democracy le kono forcer ta lari moka momo min diate e ka wolef nga dalilo fo le ko why New York protest in fact UDP le nyanta lead la with ila diaspora chairman. Yes, UDP le nyanta lead la with their diaspora chairman and declaration should come from the leadership in Gambia. Yes. Kaitandiko UDP yen na karte min sunya ntata Supreme Court where afai banta mankuno je sa nga chance to nga symbolic protest ke United Nations dunia be ya je nyola na chairman ba mbo chedi kan wala ba nyaton kayala anala diaspora committee executive with the New York branch Jenaba Maswol nila kafo mimbije then I get a symbolic UDP protest UDP finti in their large number. Yeah, it ended dunia lako. Our December 1st election was stolen from us. But as a Democrat, we didn't went out violently elsewhere in the world until we choose the civilized way, the democratic way, the symbolic way. We went to New York. Night and the world leader bill, CNN media household in baby, our election was stolen from us. And he doesn't represent us. President Barrow, election thief, you did not represent us. President Barrow, election thief, you did not represent us. Nyinna nyanta kila sloganos. Nte lata walla. Nyinna a symbolic slogan ti. Mi yalon ko world leader would capture. Dunia ba alon President Barrow ba alon definitely. Ka election usunya manjara la ba itata dawo da chocho be no kan election thief, you don't represent us. You know democrat. Nte lata walla. Nia jamal la coalition of progressive Gambian la plan protest is because he left a protest la Gambian citizenry miye. That the same citizenry, some of them, many alonko they would be the beneficiary. Nim baluo tata down. Ning essential price tata down. They would be the beneficiary. Mini be kala beneficiary ti wala ke daton jawo fay kan wala nanko aman jariye protest itolla kuola ni tata mem soronje molla mini alon ko ka ke mini etol fo be jalay kan woto o mon jari kake min jarta ke in a democratic society ni agente be part of coalition of progressive Gambian dalilo mi en dundije wolom ka miral kendol nafe democratically ka Gambianol organize democratically ka demandsol ke democratically pour ka democratic society nin democratic principle sabatindi Gambia kono ñinente dundi progressive of Gambian coalition of progressive Gambian. For example, ndolngal nako na voter register is heavily inflated. It's heavily inflated. Coalition of progressive Gambian opposition party mini BJ. Nimbe d'accord na register inflated, and we want to protest. All the genuine political party would 100% support us. Ngata protest. Ni min keta minna je la nyino keta minna je. Isalong ala sonta walla. But in tata protest minna nkake on behalf of moli minna wolia appreciate le wolta fula mubanku tinyala leti. If you know what I mean. My argument is ne protest declare kula mi yalon ko ikake banku dingol le ate o banku ding kilingol ko hani kana kenye atol mu fitinan tungol le and you still go ahead and do it ye kuwo ku sotoji. I mean if ngole woni ni fongo sai ba o ikake mini bid na faso tolaji wol fon ko kana ke bari bi ni ko alngata protest pour ka ñing inflated register nullify. More be UDP, more be GDC, more be DOI, and you are genuine. And it can mean for it's true to you. It have la mole no. Allen Ning inflated register next general election. You will not say that. Wole water ka protest. Bari kono moya domorku. Ukarenga dabo kundankol ning kamera kundankol ning sane kundankol be dani dukare almunya ana kono man fa al tul sumul kallo So ning MPP ko leta e fanan be munyare ne fanan kono bi kafa nde fanan kono bi kafa bari be munyare ne ngo alga munyan kana protest domor kula kana protest domor kula de nga protest demokrati ni luala nga protest kula mimbe banko sambala nyato democratically. So nyinati na opinion muminti je olom coalition of progressive Gambians should call off the 9/11 or 11/11 protest, November 11 protest. Nga nyato bindi nga a genuine reason jibe nyanta protest la minna. There are a lot of things, legislative things we can go out and protest that this clause, Public Order Act clause, should be altered from our constitution, for example. You can call people who believe in that to go out and protest. There are millions good, genuine reasons in a protest no minna. Mi manke domorol la seroti, al domorol bule ser, abe ser lambela kunkam. Kulukan sumunalo. So ngangin so do mbe min fola audio siata al sahako bo ndi nyaabe mini batandila ndolom Aliou Jammeh. Anyway, finally ngana November 11 coalition of progressive Gambia peaceful march being announced ko be wala kala 11/11 interimal mbaringul. Some of them reached out to me and asked me my opinion about the memberty in coalition of progressive Gambia. Ko nga fu nyamin na opening statement tolto mfamata ka participate ila debate to ni wonte na opinion janning decision betala na opinion be moy la tole because yalon te bikan na opinion no nte bikan na opinion no mola mbadi ngol terol ku kenyol nga mo be bunya nga mo be respect ko nying coalition of progressive Gambian ndoke karaya ku bijele mud koka bije Lamin Bojam bije Sidi Cham bije mi mula chairmanoti ni be coexista nyim forum konole wo forum konole mang jutu ne atile nyola but because ko nga fu nyaming na participation o forum kono atalata bake fongo so ulati na jefanang na diamu talata je. But nevertheless yenyening kamin nantela take on November 11 protest mbe wo folale sincerely, honestly, democratically. Baonte ntemu democratul. I believe in the democratic principles. Protest is a fundamental right. Coalition of Gambian, progressive Gambian, have 100% right to protest. But to protest against what and for what? Protest munyinet. Kona brother Lamin Silanya Ninkamila, what is your reason of protesting? A legitimate question. A very, very legitimate question. Nibe protest la for or against, you should have a genuine reason. You must have a reason to protest with what all protests entail. Mimbeka fudi protest okono because protest okono violence kakano jail. Protest okono molka unlawful arrest no jail, molka unlawful prosecute no jail, molka unlawful jail. woto nibe wo akkela banko kam mi alonko la democracy is not all that good. So you are taking a risk. Bao mbengal no Gambia is not a solid democratic society. Gambia is few countries on earth mini alonko ika akle ko a totalitarian ruler. Ko even ila fundamental right ni lafta practice le ke nyininkale pour ye permit je. You should be permitted. What is a risk. So until I take on November 11 protest, walom amanjarala. They should not do it. Dalilo mi ati nanko amanjarala. Bawo ye declaration o minke ko dalilo min be bondi la pour ye protest abe okonole domoro la da kolea. Nam tonya domorol da koleata. But domorol da man kolea Coalition for Progressive Gambia da Maya. Domorol da man kolea UDP da Maya. Domorol da koleata kulukum Gambia bele ya kulukang sumuna loma bika mokari. Woto ka protest ko domoro da koleata mu fundamental rights leti banku dingo be wo sembo sotole. But who are you protesting for are the same people that accuse you of violence, that accuse you of destabilizing the state. Iko ekata protest molminie puri la balwe sonea. Womo kilingol la kal kumandi criminal la, womo kilingol la kal kumandi fitnan tungol la, womo kilingol la kal kumandi banku malalala. Woto min mu hadamayati mi yalon ko momin sonnomo ya fato fa ni ko kata protest mole bay kata protest momi ye ake kumandi criminal la ake kuma jawol lekam ni mu moti min fato ya min yalon ko you are conscious ebe o decision o jibe la ko tek est ce que a jartale ka kele nyini yebang hani the answer would be no. Amanjari mbulambe nga sofa ni minda helebuta na koleata minka wole folobe kumbola bari mbele be sofa la woto nte latale ko there are important issue, far more important issue. Me yalonko when you declare to protest on those wokuola molta fintila wokuole molmi impact yal kumandi criminal la. Nte that's my take. Nte lata wala. Nte lata ko November 11 protest Coalition of Progressive Gambian, they should not go ahead with it because elafta akela banku dingol minna. Minority of the banku dingol minimbe ruling party to Emakuo welcome. Purukuo mimbe baluo sone andile. Ndu nim baluo sone ata be sone yale ni wol bele. Woli yal kumandi criminal la banku janilal la fitnantungol la woto mbulambe nga sofa nga dalil kutol ta dalilol mi yalon ko nimbe protest kele la abe mol min nafala wo mo kilingol ta wulla yal kumandi criminal la. Yo, niaje demanding protest. Wole keta kabring the Senegalese government act on a claim made by a lady called Ajisar that Sonko raped her. Pastef la president. When that complaint reached the authorities arrested Usman Sonko, the president of Pastef. The Senegalese citizenry went out and protested violently for the state to release their president. And the state, Dunia Beaje, what the government of Senegal did was not in line with majority of Senegalese. In a democratic society, even lual minibe suffering constitution okono, nin direct democracy applied a mol findite natila nyantula. Ika lua mimbe direct mimbe constitution okono ika suspend le ye comply with direct democracy. Wala na Macky Sall constitution suspend a landi karala. Ay direct democracy min ñininka banku dingol la kango pour ay Ousmane Sonko bula Macky Sall ay Ousmane Sonko bula. Ni tata in another violent protest mi yalon ko demanding protest lom ebe example of George Floyd, United States of America. George Floyd kabring Minnesota police uliafa muso sotota a passerby me are caught in videotape. Aya kumbalingolo George Floyd kang kuro kang anio sukita fa fata. So kabriwo video findita American dingol mo fingol Black Lives Matter started to protest. The first protest was peaceful protest to demand, but Kabrin, the state of Minnesota, did not comply with their demand to arrest those police officers responsible for the death of George Floyd. Then the protest changed to violent protest until the state comply with the citizenry. Police responsible ye be arrest, it had a prosecute. Protest kanyinnaki. Protest kanyinnaki. So, niaja nganying route taka explain tentim because lafta fenna fola ngaje how MP Pinkoli inin kontani bawo itolia expect ko UDP le kana protest, nudi UDP kana protest multa kuna New York. Because itol ye Mr. Silala protest ke UDP protest leti. Memim follow auto, it is rather unfortunate, but UDP le nyanta ye kumandi minna. Ni jin ko mu bualti. Bukaretaye si se atondi denani wuto mutaye nyingo josuala. UDP le all the rights in New York ka a symbolic protest lead because protest na bekela a symbolic protest ika reason le soto ika dalilo le soto. Ngajele fake APRC inkole Mr. Silanyininka iko be protest la bari man dalilo fo ika protest min. Nam dalilo nyanta follow la why be protest la because protest is very important in our democracy. In 2021, President Barrow had a general election in a society where overwhelming majority believe the election was rigged. Election was not conducted in a free and fair environment. Election did not reflect the will of the people, the citizenry. Against which party? Against GDC, fake APRC, real APRC? No. No. Against one party that we believe have the majority of the vote. That's UDP. So UDP should have led that protest. They should have led that symbolic protest in New York. Ye banali safe, ya itandi dunia belako. this president is not a legitimate president. He rigged the election. He's an election thief, and he doesn't represent us. Wala nyanta kela, wala nyanta safela banal bala. Gambian women life matters should not be written in any protest against a sitting president in United Nations. We must be more serious than that. We must put things in perspective. We must be more serious than that. We cannot go to United Nations in New York with all the head of state in the world gathered there, and we are telling President Barrow is corrupt. Like the rest of the head of states are not corrupt. They are even more corrupt than President Barrow. We must be serious. You cannot go to United Nations with all the world leaders and protest telling this president to step down. Step down for what reason? Step down for what reason? It just doesn't make sense. You have to say what makes sense. What makes sense? Overwhelming majority of Gambians, we believe President Barrow election was sunyale. What is more important, and the world leader Belako, President Barrow is an election thief. He's stolen the election. He's an election thief. He doesn't represent majority of us. He's representing the minority. Wala nyanta kela protesti United Democratic Party la nyanta lead la because ye tolle la election o sunye bulu. Ning UDP la diaspora chairman Mbo Chedikan wala fintitanu ay proclamation okay ay declaration okay UDP dingo bay yen election o min sunya in 2021 December. Here we go, we have a momentum kaitandu dunia bay la ko nyim president o amantol represent because ay election o sunya le almol jibe min nata ka protest against mo dantango min nata sarakule dantango min nata kata bendu mini beta bendu 80% of them sarakulot, which make how many percent? Maybe 2% of our population. We missed that. We missed that opportunity. That's an opportunity. United Democratic Party sa main use no kaitan di dunia lako niye election o sunyale wala tina mol fintita in their large number ke la dissatisfaction o register symbolically because you don't protest in United Nations pour a president or step down. That doesn't happen. What happened? Well, a la position o declare dunia along. Ning head of state will be seated la hotel room ulto. Ye protest jibe mimbe keri in New York. Wafla aha. This was said before. Nganyim mwela nu yara kusa toringolom. A kamfabe banku dingol kanne anisang. Wala ne fintita peacefully. Ye la dissatisfaction will register in a peaceful manner. Political party ka nyinnaje. So, ni bara woto. Yena protest fongo kungoto in a democratic society minila nyanto mati. Organized people will like a protest among individual kuti. Occasionally, eka individual ojele I protest. Occasionally, bari protest kake organization cool, the group cool. In Western Europe, political party and in civil society will like a protest. Ndolla Sweden jang. Every year, 1st of May, political party will like a protesto nyatong kaya. Whether it be opposition to bang, whether it be ruling party to bang. the Social Democratic Party in Sweden, and then the left-wing party in Sweden, in every year, there is an Entrench clause in their constitution, ila patila constitution okono. It's mandatory upon all party leader of the Social Democratic Party ka protesto nyatong kaya sawosang 1st of May ka protest on behalf of Labour Dokulali. It's a protest, and they would march from one point to the other with the Prime Minister, sometimes with the Finance Minister, with the party executive, Ibepa particular in that march. Whether it be ruling la labang, febe opposition to bang, it doesn't matter. Lualom, ila lualom ko, wolungo ika protest le diakuya. Man se fo mimbe siring, ila Prime Minister, wole be kela nyaton koti wo protest majo kono sawo sang, na be kendeari. Sweden jang. Neither Denmark the same. Neither Norway the same. Neither Finland the same. So protest manke fitnati. Gambianul protest ye sifa sabale soto. Pour aller à Londres, aller comme police helicopter le santo thing. So wole ni noise ni navie. Unfortunately, malum for alba mo kanaba. Protest ye sifa le soto. Ye symbolic protest soto. A symbolic protest. Ye demanding protest soto. Ye protest, ye fen demand. Then ye riot soto. Obviously riot. Woka ke violent protest lati. Wofanang. Eka fen demand. Ni emin demand ni mansong. I turn into violent. That is the unfortunate part of protest. Ntol democratul minilata democratic society la principle la, that third part we don't want that. But ning symbolic protest, womu politic organization la fundamental rights lati, because ning party politic party in a democracy majority la kanwe ikalaf wole prevail. Ning political organization o yaje ko majority la kanwe mantra prevail kang ibe majority sunya kanne, then ye right sotol any among majority sotol in the legislative chamber pour que loi deda. But ye right so is something you know majority be bulle on the street. Then ye right so yo majority bondi on the street. Symbolically ka itandi dunia la ko in fact majority la kamo munyinati. Ye protest with ka symbolo di ka sign di dunia la. O society la ko man sakunda be min ke kan among majority represent symbolic protest so to know to wala demanding protest niaje ko majority le be ruling kan bari majority minority le be ruling kan majority man representation so to enough because of maybe election or sunyale. So all underrepresented, but majority balbule. Political organization ula nyantolom, I want majority bondi. kaitandi society la anin dunia la ko mimbe kerin tilimbal yalom among majority represent, so it's undemocratic act because democratic society should be represented by majority. So nim fraud keta je tapaleya keta for majority man represent politic organization only rights to ko majority showcase molye in a form of protest, non-participatory protest, symbolic protest is a whole bekeno to demand near demand ke ay soto ko Senegal in kol kabring luay Ousmane Sonko muta Senegal in kol le protesta kabri protesta society and dunia ya itani Macky Sall la ko mol man song yemin ke woto mol la kango bunya ye Ousmane Sonko bula Pastef la president Macky Sall comply because Macky Sall na la kumbe akarantale ay demokrasi long ay along fanang mol la sembo mumenti Macky o recognize le wala tinna ye Ousmane Sonko release. Okay. Niaje ngayon topical choose kufula leketa announcement o ketale from a coalition for progressive Gambia koibe protest la on the 11th of November 11/11 Ntefongomu membalti in coalition for progressive Gambia, even though na participation of doyata je recently, mfamata participate la je kabrin sunkar salo botala, wentera Gambia kabrin seta nang banna salo ngasali kontondiro ki je kabra buta wala mam participate je mela audio be moy. So nyin debate to protest mana opinion for je. I mol sula mini yelong mini yalong ko I'm a opinionated person. Yalong ko aliu de opinion balale about this protest but abe daring a man femfo. So ntol mi ma badi ngoti, ntol mi ma kuke nyoti. Ntol nga right so tole nga kumandi nga nyininka o nga audio kiae nga nyininka nga wo soto si nyafula so mbedia mula wala then protest mimbota in New York United Nations la General Assembly meeting for head of states Gambian will decide to go out and protest. Therefore, I reach out to them and gave my opinion on how that protest mi alonko protesto lafta ming achieve la maximal isa soto no nyaming. I reach out me brother Lamin Silla Kontona ma congratulate la fanang for a fantastic successful protest that they did at President Barrow's hotel and outside United Nations. Ila katakuo keta nyabo kuti Gambia dingo be so mbafule congratulations for that. Having said that though, what foreign cola protest konga funyaming amun nyantolti nyanteo mi alonko ya sitile ya akenna constitution o kono fundamental rights law. And fundamental rights wo mu loi bamban dingolti ye loi o loi ça fait min contravene with fundamental right wo loi should be null and void. So any Gambia loi means ça fait contrary to the constitution konil after this fundamental right killer enyanta permission le sotola from the police amanke loi sabakiringoti loi lo mi alon ko enyanta burukalale because a loi e Gambia la constitution ole undermine ngamwe mulla minikafu in America ni lafta protest la ekata pamitolta. That's false. O wanke tonyati it man need one permit la in America or in any Western democracy to have a protest. It can need permitola minna wolam to guarantee you il after protest kela daming yake je permit na famu woda malti. Let's say you went and protest at Westfield. Group Kilia Wuli, MPP Wuli, yeta protest Westfield. Iko ilaftale Adam Baroike Kinti, for example. Yela banal sefe. A man need permission la purka woke Westfield. But ning UDP tata. Itata that jurisdiction in KMC. Itata Kairaba police. Iko after protest lale ko President Barrow after la second mandate akana context election la koteng. Ye permito dealer. Ya sefe la banal kono. Ye wato foe. Ya foe ba akela wato minna. Itate MPP koltra Westfield. Police will be nalale MPP koli bay even do itole la president oti. Do itole fundamental rights so ka protest. But because among exclusive right permission from the police to guarantee them that location pour a protest J. Iba la police will be na iba vle tole no atole bojang atole move. Because kafudole wato soto kana protest jang and will they are permitted. Atol are not permitted. So permito nafa munyinati Gambian koli aning Gambia jojol ning Gambia magistralie. Ninyin kumo mu faniati. Alal dingol kumandi minibe England, Canada, America, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, France. Ya fwe mo luli fintieta ye protest for police le bine arrest la koy man right soto ka protest. Iba kandaming asebke ye move woto. Bawe man permit soto. But it right to protest mote luata nyum dunia akono democracy la kisilola in a democratic society mimbe ban la to protest